Now, there is a video on social media circulating and almost going viral that showed that Oprah Winfrey, she is, I should say, she is leaving the States. And I will play the video in a second, but just want to make mention of a few other things here. So somebody posted this and said, think Oprah is a Diddy alumnus. So this is where Oprah is everywhere, pretty much with all of these abusers in Hollywood and including Diddy. Now, obviously, that does bring this question whether Oprah was involved in some way, shape, or form with Diddy. Another person, she tweeted, has anybody noticed a pattern with Oprah? Somehow she's always been close with sexual abusers and child rapists. Weinstein, John of God, P. Diddy, just to name a few. This cannot be coincident. And the pressure is mounting, in other words, on Oprah Winfrey right now. If she is watching the news, what is happening with Diddy, to come forward and tell us exactly what she did and her association with Diddy, with this monster. Now, obviously, Dave Chappelle, he came out and he was very blunt and clear in his opinion about Oprah. Dave Chappelle finally opened up about Oprah being the Diddy of Hollywood, the Diddy of Hollywood. And again, if you take a look at all the pictures that Oprah took with all of these abusers, it is now obvious that there is some connection, there is some information that Oprah has about this person Diddy that she did not share with the public in the past. Now, FBI, they have confirmed that Oprah purchased a sickening Diddy, quote-unquote sickening Diddy tape of underage Justin Bieber being raped. Now, that information I cannot confirm myself, but it is possible because there is another report that suggests that Oprah's husband, or partner I should say, she used to, or she is still supplying him with young girls. So with that kind of mindset, yeah, it is possible. Hollywood pimp Oprah Winfrey paid $75 million to purchase sex tapes of Sean Diddy, quote-unquote, Combs, raping an underage Justin Bieber and Aaron Carter, among other child stars, and is now selling the footage to Hollywood pedophiles, an industry insider reveals. And again, this is coming from an insider information. I'm not saying this happened without a shadow of a doubt. What I'm saying is that these are the claims made by these different sources. Oprah has been hiding in plain sight for decades, using the media to shield her from the truth. But this time there is no covering it up. The tide has turned. The truth is finally coming to light, and it's about to shake the entire system to its core. And again, as I said, that we always want to make sure that we're covering all sides of this story, not just what Diddy did, but also people who are associated with him, especially the top ones. And this kind of videos, take a look at this Justin Bieber with Diddy. We have reported on this actually yesterday or the day before, where I said that there were how many people from the Hollywood A-listers? 8 of them, 6 of them were adults and 2 of them were minors, and we do not know the name of those minors. Now it does resonate to me that it does resonate to me that perhaps it was Justin Bieber. Again, we do not know exactly if he was involved in Diddy's abuse, but looks like this is the name Justin Bieber coming in the limelight over and over again when it comes to Diddy's being in the jail and the trial that is about to take place. Now, Oprah, she all along knew a lot of things. Oprah sure does have some interesting taste when it comes to who she chooses to associate with. So with Harvey Weinstein, Peter Nygard, Diddy, who is next, and then we have Joe Faria. All of these people are arrested and now in jail. Now, this is the video I wanted to share with you guys. I'm not 100% sure if this is Oprah Winfrey, but this is what had been claimed on social media, that Oprah is now leaving the States, going somewhere. I personally would not think this is Oprah, simply because right now, the election is just going to be happening in the next few, literally hours. Therefore, for Oprah to leave the country at this point, I don't think she will do that. But if Trump wins, maybe the situation will be totally different. But right now, with the Democratic Party in power, they are going to be protected. Now, again, I'm not going into politics. I'm not supporting Kamala or Trump in any way, shape, or form. In fact, I'm against both of them. And I will tell you why in the future videos. But I am always anti-establishment. I want to point out all the corruption they commit. And I personally believe nobody is perfect, and that we have always something to point out about what they're doing with the power that we give them. So again, we'll be discussing Kamala and Trump after the election more in details. But this is where Candace Owens comes in. She talks about Diddy's party and how it was all conducted with all of these politicians and all that. Take a look at this particular clip from Candace Owens.
Let me show you this clip of LeBron James speaking about how much he loves a Diddy party.
Hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so. Yeah.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party. And by the way, he's not lying there. From everything that I've read, if these allegations are true, there truly is no party like a Diddy party. Because I don't know any party. I've been to a lot of parties in my youth. Never did we have like pink cocaine in bottles and like thousands of bottles of baby oil and people that were sleeping with each other. We just did not. So it could be just factually a true statement to say that there ain't no party like a Diddy party. Now let me show.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, LeBron James right now, he is coming with other celebrities on the headlines of magazines and newspapers in his association with Diddy. And not only this, but also people are all talking about Diddy. The Weinstein of Hollywood, and there are a lot of similarities of these two monsters. And I think Candace, when she made a perfect comparison.
So Hollywood has always been a blackmail ring, but who sits on top of it? You see, something that strikes me as odd about this Diddy case is his demeanor. And his demeanor reminds me of Jeffrey Epstein's. Jeffrey Epstein always kind of had this smirk on his face. Everything was coming down, and he seemed remarkably calm, always smiling. I guess you would be smiling if you were the person that had been collecting blackmail on people and knew that you had video footage of people, maybe even the people that were prosecuting you. You're Jeffrey Epstein, you're like, yeah, this is really cute that you think you're going to put me in prison when I've got videos of you doing some crazy things on my island. Diddy has that same air of pretension about him. And just 30 minutes before.
One thing I just want to make mention of, the smirk, right? All of these monsters, you see them having that smirk, feeling like 100% confident that they will get away with all of those crimes, horrible things they have done against minors and people in general. And the reason for that is because they know that if they go down, a lot of people from Hollywood A-lister, from politics, from government will go down with them as well. And therefore, you see the smirk. Therefore, you see that kind of attitude until obviously it is too late for them to realize, hey, look, it is over. We have nowhere to hide, and we have just hit a dead end. And this is why you see all of these monsters and abusers having that kind of demeanor. Now, when we talk about all of these Hollywood celebrities, recently the name that is coming up over and over again is none other than LO. So this person has to say something about her.
Isn't it interesting how some people stay silent on certain issues but are loud on others? Don't you think it's interesting that Jennifer Lopez has not made a statement about Diddy to defend him, yet the whole world can't wait to hear what she has to say about that issue? She hasn't commented about his alleged victims, yet she's so quick to speak out on behalf of the Puerto Rican people and use her celebrity status to endorse Kamala.
Well, it's not only about endorsing Kamala and going to a political party, but it is also about her statement, her care, quote unquote, care for young generation, young children and their future and all that, when she herself did not speak out when we have heard these accusations of minors getting raped and abused by Diddy. Jennifer Lopez is not opening up her mouth. So forget about the Kamala Harris endorsement and all that. As just, as an individual, as a human being, how can you have that kind of a double standard? For one group of people, you are totally sympathetic when it comes to a context of power and politics. When that same group of people, you just throw them under the bus, you trash them, because saying against that particular person or speaking up for them in that moment for that context will actually open up your past crime. So this is absolutely an hypocritical side of Jennifer Lopez, and we all knew that these people, the Hollywood A-listers, they were involved in this. Now we also have a new party footage of Diddy and Oprah Winfrey. Changes everything. So let's take a look at what this video is talking about.
One Heart is at a Diddy party, and they made the mistake of putting the content online. So I'm about to show you some darkness, okay? So watch the video. You're about to see it's not a normal thing that's happening, okay? You have a girl in the bathtub. I'm trying to cover up as much as I can, and just watch what happens to the girl surrounded by water.
One of the most incendiary accusations to surface in recent years is a tape that purports to show Diddy and Oprah at parties engaging in really distressing behavior. These parties are allegedly meeting places for powerful individuals in the entertainment sector to engage in illicit activities, and more famous persons than Diddy are said to attend. Many people online have expressed horror at the mere notion that Oprah's name is connected to these tragedies.
You see what's going on there? You see the smoke? You see the smoke? Hair is on fire. Kevin Hart finds it hilarious. He's
unbelievable. Like I cannot believe Kevin Hart and people like Oprah, and I mean Oprah, okay, but Kevin Hart, come on, and LeBron James and all of these people, all of a sudden we're seeing the real and true color. Is something really mind-boggling that these people show one face to the public, to their fan base, and then they have a completely different monstrous face behind closed doors. There is now a new video talks about Piers Morgan. It says Oprah Winfrey loses it at Piers Morgan, reveals that Oprah forced him to hook up with Diddy. So let's take a listen a little bit from here. I think what this title was referring to is that Oprah Winfrey wanted the story of Diddy to be also told by Piers Morgan in his show. That's what I think was the title was saying. Let's take a listen.
Jay-Z has been notable by his silence since these charges were brought against Diddy. Why do you think that is?
Because that's what he does.
This man was allowed to be with every presidential candidate. He was allowed to throw parties. He was hailed as a hero. And yet behind the scenes, everyone knew that this is what he was engaged in. This was an open secret in Hollywood.
But it also reminds me of Harvey Weinstein in the sense that there you had somebody, in the movie industry as big as P. Diddy. Everyone must have known something about it.
I think that this is, I'm always trying to look for the rainbow in the cloud, whatever is the silver lining.
Piers Morgan, the bold British TV personality, has never been one to hold his tongue. But recently, his show has become a magnet for whistleblowers, those who have some of the most jaw-dropping things to say about the hidden workings of the industry.
But Diddy and Jay-Z are monsters. And the victim-making machine kept going on.
Now,
okay, so that is interesting. Diddy and Jay-Z are put on the same level as monsters. Amazing. Good job, Jay-Z.
rumors are swirling that Oprah Winfrey herself, the queen of television, is plotting to shut him down. Could it be? Has Piers invited too many controversial guests onto his show? And is he about to face the wrath of Hollywood's most powerful figures?
Their lawyers contacted us to say that those claims were totally false and have no basis in fact, and we've therefore complied with a legal request to cut them from the original interview. Editing interviews is not something we do lightly at a show called Uncensored.
Piers Morgan has been
obviously Oprah would want Piers Morgan's show to stop talking about Diddy, especially when it comes to Oprah exposing her past with Diddy. I think we will see some legal lawsuit coming very, very soon, and those will be included with a lot of these Hollywood A-listers, journalists, and all of those people. But right now, Oprah is at it. And I think she is involved with Diddy's crime, and she knew all about this. It is impossible to say no, especially now looking at her connection with not just Diddy, but also with Weinstein and all of those people, those monsters. it is impossible to rule out Oprah's involvement with these people. She does know a lot more than what we are hearing from her. Only time will tell how this lawsuit, I believe there will be a lot more lawsuits coming. Maybe one of them will be against Piers Morgan, maybe against YouTube, who knows, the social media platform who are trying to expose the truth and show the whole world what they stand for and their true face. Thank you guys for joining this session. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.